Alright, you're in the swamp. Are you going north?
Yeah. If that's the direction that the guy told us, because I don't remember what direction it was, but yeah.
I say we flip a coin for which direction to go.
And then go north anyway.
Nah, I don't know.
What's the other option?
We get back on the boat.
Northward ho.
Alright, you're going north. It's a swamp. It's dark, it's dirty, it's dank, you're getting muddy.
Is it dark already?
Well, it's dark because it's a swamp. And
Okay.
that's
Tree cover.
the setting. Chrome is getting muddy up to his shins. Hecky is getting muddy up to his waist. A lot of rooty trees, mud, water, vines. Everything's kind of a nasty shade of dark green, brown and gray. And you're walking, and you're walking, and make a perception check.
19.
19.
Okay. You all hear what sounds like a creature making like a blubbering crying noise in the distance.
Can we tell if it's like a humanoid sound?
It sounds, especially with the 19s, it sounds like a voice making noises. Doesn't necessarily sound like language.
It's another team.
Yeah, I approach cautiously.
Okay, so you're trying to stealth?
I approach janglily because I'm very jangly.
Yeah, I would like to stealth.
Okay, roll some stealths.
Oh, that's actually
19.
pretty decent.
Oh, wait, no, that's actually a 22.
That's an 8.
I'm jangly as crap. I'm 14, but I'm still less jangly than you.
I'm like squishing really loud.
Some of the muck of the swamp may have worked its way between the joints of Chrome's armor to kind of pad the jingling.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
It's just moist. The moisture.
Chrome is crouched down, sneaking through the swamp. His arms are around himself, holding all of his pieces. In
He's
one
like
spot.
slithering in the mud.
Yeah. He's army crawling. Meanwhile, Oriana is tripping and getting tangled up in vines and yelling out in surprise. And then you hear a voice say, who's there?
Do we see him?
Not quite yet. Pretty close. But with that roll, he heard you a little bit before you got into sight.
Who's you?
That's you first. Come
Are you
on.
drunk?
Sure.
Do you have some drink to share, buddy? Old pal?
Yeah.
I'm not sure now that I need all this. Come out here so I can see you.
I push Hecky.
I stumble into the light.
Through some trees, there's a little clearing, and you see a medium humanish looking thing. Except you notice that its legs are furry and hooved, and on its head it's got some kind of smallish horns similar to that of a goat. And it is holding a bottle of nondescript liquid, and
Whiskey.
it's sitting on the ground leaning up against a tree. He seems pretty inebriated. It's a he.
I will finally approach. I will pick up Hecky as I emerge out of the swamp. I'm Chrome Stormblessed.
Holy shit, you're a big one. It probably takes a lot to get you drunk, huh? Buddy, that's a tough life. Y'all got any substances of sorts? Wait a second. You're a big guy, and you're a little guy, but I was talking to a girl a second ago. Hey, come here, I want to see if you're pretty.
Fuck you.
Listen,
I throw a rock at him or something.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Why is every girl like that?
I walk out and flip him off.
I try to grab his liquor.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check against his disadvantaged sleight of hand check.
Okay, so that's a +3. Whoops. 19.
Well, he rolled a 3. No, come on, please. That's all I have left. No,
Listen.
don't take my booze.
What's your deal? And I take a swig.
What are you doing in a swamp? Why are you drunk in a swamp? That's like the saddest, like...
Because I've had a sad time lately. The girl that I love, she's dying.
So you're drunk in a swamp?
Well, we live in the swamp. She lives in the swamp. She's not that far from here, but I can't see her anymore.
Why not?
Because the tree and the evil.
Tree in the evil?
The tree and the evil tree and the things. I can't get close to her and she's wilting away.
Is she a tree?
Though, well, I mean, like, not I mean,
Dude, are you in love with a tree?
she's a dryad, thank you very much. I mean, she's kind of a tree, because she's, like, connected to a tree, but she's
not connected to a tree. Dryads are trees.
You don't know. What do you know? Are you proficient in Arcana?
Yes.
All right, make a Arcana check.
19 plus 5.
You would know through your arcane research that dryads are lesser fey spirits who are bound to trees for some sort of punishment, usually.
That's still the same thing, though. Like, me saying she is a tree is the same thing. Like, they can't just willy-nilly change their spirit.
Our drunk swamp moonshiner is quite pedantic about this point. He's very insistent about...
He is. He's not sexually attracted to trees. Dryads are humanoid shaped. You would know that they appear as medium humanoids, but they're like clothed in kind of foliage.
Those sound like forest nymphs.
Sort of.
So does she have a nice bush?
No!
Is that in character?
Yes.
I feel like you're making a euphemism of some sort, but I don't get it.
Chrome, you can't just go around asking about people's bush.
I have no bush.
I didn't want to know that.
Do you shave?
I have no hair.
No, stop! Don't ask questions.
It's as bald as my head.
Look, you three, y'all kind of look strong. Y'all should go kill the evil and help with the tree and her name is Aglaya, and she's so pretty, and I love her, and she's always running around. I gotta chase her around, but then she giggles, and it's the cutest thing. But now she's dying.
Do you have a token? Because I'm not just going to do this for nothing.
Token.
Yeah, what you got to give us? What do we get out of it?
You get to help a fae in need.
Who?
What? I'm a fae and I'm in need, and she's a fae and she's in need. What do you guys want? I mean, there's not a lot.
Do you have candy?
We're in need of tokens.
What token? I don't know what you're talking about.
It looks like this. I show him the token.
He looks at it for a second. I've never seen one of those before. Can you buy booze with it?
Yep. So while we're helping your girlfriend, you should find one and not spend it on booze and give it to us. I mean, nope, you can't spend it on booze. That was the wrong answer.
You're giving me some mixed signals here.
Same to you, buddy.
Roll I don't even know what to make you do here, because...
Persuasion?
No. First roll a deception, then roll a persuasion.
Why would I roll deception?
Because
you can't buy booze with it.
First you told him you can buy booze with it.
Well, and then I thought about that.
After you said it. Roll a deception.
Roll an unsay.
+6. That's a non-nat 20. Oh, I don't think you guys are supposed to know that I'm really good at lying.
Well, he rolled a 18, so he believes your lie that you can buy booze with it. So now roll a persuasion to try to convince him that you cannot buy booze with it.
19.
He believes you, but he's very confused.
That's fair.
How token booze how?
You're getting the token to pay for our services to do whatever it is that you want us to do to your girlfriend.
Hey,
Whoa.
hey. What? Look, I need you guys' help. Are you gonna help me? I can try. Maybe Aglaia knows about a token. I don't know. I'm usually partying, so I don't really know a whole lot about what's going on. My name's Elatus, by the way.
Chrome, do you have an innate whatever to help people since you're a paladin?
I can cure people. I don't know about trees.
I'm asking you, Pete.
I mean...
He's gone full method actor.
I don't break character till I do the DVD commentary.
Would you be compelled to just help this person because they're in need?
I'm a very different type of paladin. I'm a crown paladin. I have an absolute loyalty to my clan and to a general sense of law and order, but other than that, I don't really have any strong compulsions other than honor.
Give me a wisdom check.
Straight wisdom or medicine?
Straight wisdom.
Non-nat 20.
When you hear about this tree being evil somehow, or evil influencing this tree, you think back about the thing that you found in your background.
The corruption, the disease?
Yeah, and it strikes a chord. Not necessarily compelling you to do something about it, but you realize that
it is reminiscent.
Learning about this might be helpful.
So plague magic has affected the tree.
I something like that, I guess. The tree is real bad, and she's dying because it's her tree, but I can't get close to it.
So how are we to purify this tree without destroying it?
I don't know.
Okay, you're not helping. Just show us where it is and we'll go do it.
Is that way? He points off.
He doesn't get his booze back until he gets us the coin.
Agreed. I take another swig.
He reaches into a pack that's kind of tucked behind him and pulls out a small flask and starts.
I take it.
You can try.
Nat 20.
Oh.
He rolled less than that.
What? No
well,
way.
actually, he rolled a 19. All right. So he says, "Why are you taking all my booze? This is robbery. I don't know about token, but come on, I'll show you where the tree is, and if you can save Aglaia, then maybe she would know about something like that."
Is her name Agaliath?
Aglaia, Aglaia. And his name, if you're taking notes, is Elatus, Elatus. And if that's not how to pronounce it, fuck you.
Okay, let's go check this tree out.
He hops up and starts almost skipping through the woods. It's surprising with how drunk he is, how straight of a line he can... It's not so much of a straight line, but what would normally seem like drunken swaying is more like dancing. But he's leading you through the trees if you are following him.
He's a fawn, right?
He's a satyr.
Okay.
Big difference.
You would know this with your arcana and knowledge of Fae. He leads you not too awful far, and you can see that the ground in the swamp like, it's always nasty and dirty, but you start getting to an area where it seems like everything is dying or dead, more so than just like there's not leaves on the tree. It looks like things are withering. And he stops beside a particular tree, and he kind of gestures you to come up beside him. He's like peeking around it. He says, right through there is her clearing where her tree is. It's the biggest one. You'll see it, no problem. I can't get any closer because there's bad things, but...
Does it make you sick, or can you not physically move closer?
No, I get attacked.
By what?
By things. I don't know what they are.
Well, what makes you think that we're not going to get attacked by them?
I think you're going to get attacked, but you look a lot stronger than I am.
Well, you got
thanks
a
for the
warm
heads
brother.
up.
I'm telling you now.
You're really bad at this.
You're drunk.
I guess we move forward, but I'm like on alert.
So, does that mean you're moving forward stealthily, or does that mean what does that mean?
Ready to attack. Like, I have my weapon out.
Okay, give me perception checks as you peek around into this clearing.
10.
11.
16.
It's not real hard to tell. You can see, especially once Heki sees and points out, in the clearing, there are a couple of... It's pretty in shadow, so it's kind of hard to see details, but you can tell that there's some sort of hunched over, shuffling, humanoid-looking things. You see 2 of them.
If I do an Arcana check, will that help? To identify them, I guess? I don't know.
Not from this distance, not from what you can see here. This clearing that y'all are about to move, that y'all are looking into, there is a larger tree than most in the middle, and it looks like almost black and very wilted. And you see that the darkness in the ground is kind of spreading out from it. And then there are dead shrubs, and like the vines hanging around in clumps look not healthy. In general, no plants around this area look like completely dead, but they look like rotted, like they're very sickly.
Can I tell if it's like the same kind of thing as necrotic damage, or if it's something else?
It seems necrotic-ish. I mean, it has a similar effect from what happens whenever you use necrotic magic on plants.
Once I see the 2 things, I want to start moving more stealthily, especially if I think that they're going to attack.
Yeah, can I climb up on Chrome's shoulders?
We'll jingle together.
BattleBot!
Okay, so give me stealth rolls as you move into this clearing.
Ooh, that's a nat 1.
That's a 5 for me.
I got 12.
So you very, gingerly climb up me as I then kind of, shake as it kind of, tickles as you climb up my back.
Alright, so you move not very stealthily into this clearing. As you're walking up, there are, a couple of dead shrub-looking things, and then beyond that, there's a couple of a few dead clumps of vines that look like maybe they'd fallen out of trees where they once hung. And then beyond that is the 2 shambling creatures. And as you get within 60 feet of them, they stop and they turn towards you, and they begin walking in your direction.
I pick up one of the vines and put it in front of my face, like they can't see me.
Before you do this, I need you to roll initiative.
Alright. That's a 5.
I have a 21.
Nice.
I have a nat 1.
Heki is our salvation, it seems.
I'm too busy with him climbing up me to do anything about it.
What is this big spider doing on me?
Alright, initiative has been rolled. Heki, you are at the top of the order. So the scene is you, then a couple of dead shrubs in front of you, then some clumps of vines in front of that, and then the creatures that are now shuffling towards you. And you see, now that you're now that you're closer and it's still daytime and you have dark vision and all that, you see that what seemed humanoid, they still have the shape of humanoids, but it looks like they are made of almost like pine cone material, and there are various spikes sticking out of them.
I kind of like turn and look at my companions, and don't worry, guys, I got this. And then I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at level 2, and also Twin Spell it with 2 meta magic points.
That's a attack roll, right?
Yeah, do I do 1 attack roll or 2?
I think you would do an attack for each. And which damage type are you going with?
I'm going with fire, because they look like pine cones.
And everybody knows pine cones don't like fire.
And I got a nat 20.
Nice.
And a 15 plus 5. So 20.
Okay, they both hit.
Okay. And that is 4d8. Alright, so for the first one, that's 10, 15.
Is that doubled?
That's with the crit?
Oh yeah, because that was the first one, so that sucks. Wish it was a bigger roll. Okay, and for the second...
So wait, how much was the total damage?
15 times 2, so 30.
Oh, okay.
And then for the second one, I've got, let's see, 12 plus 3, 15 plus 6, 21.
All right. Both of the creatures in front of you basically incinerate instantly.
And we are out of initiative.
Are you walking up?
Yeah, and I kind of like dust off my shoulder a little bit.
Okay, so the scene is Heki blasts these 2 spells. Oh, also roll a d20.
17.
Heki says, "I got this," and then incinerates both of these creatures, dusts up his shoulder, takes a couple of steps forward, and as he gets beside the bushes, the dead shrubs, both of them spring up and attack.
Awesome.
So, I think because you incinerated these things and thought that you'd taken care of the threat, this is a surprise attack.
I will accept that. Yeah.
Does that mean that we get to roll initiative again?
I think that's how this is gonna work.
It could be like an opportunity attack as he walks past the shrubs.
Yeah, you could go that way. But I am totally, like, completely unaware of them.
Alright, yeah, we'll do the opportunity attack, but because they're on either side of you, they each get advantage.
Okay.
Aw, man, I rolled a nat 20 for my second initiative roll.
So, the first one... Oh, wow, double 17s. So the first one, is a total of 20 to hit.
Yeah, I have a 13.
Okay, so that definitely hits. You take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And the second one does not roll nearly as well. 14 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay, and then for the second one, you take 2 piercing damage. As these two, they look similar to the other things, but they're small. They're about your size, and they pop out, and they're instead of looking pine coney and point and spiky, they look like they're basically made out of sticks and twigs, but they still have the vaguely humanoid shape. And as these 2 things pop up and attack you on either side, 2 of the piles of vine also start to stand up and shuffle towards you. They're still about 15 feet away at this point. Actually, I'm going to say that they're 10 feet away. It's easier. They're 10 feet away at this point. So since that was considered an opportunity attack, we'll keep the initiative order. So that was Heki. So that brings us next in the order is one of the stick creatures beside you, because he just used his reaction. He still has the rest of his turn. So he is going to attack you again. Still having advantage because you're still between them. That is a 1 and a 19.
Ooh, the 19's gonna hit.
So you take another 3 piercing damage.
God, get wrecked.
Let's see. next in the order would have been the dead things.
But they're dead.
Yeah, incinerated. You're welcome, everybody.
I just want to reiterate that they were incinerated before I got the shit kicked out of me.
Okay, retroactively, because I didn't read enough, I'm going to say that the vine thingies were 20 feet away. So, one of the vine creatures, if you can't get the theme yet, the things that look like vines on the ground still look like vines, but in humanoid shape. So, they're each going to shuffle 10 feet closer to you.
Okay. I'm glad I'm taking this.
Oh, man. Okay. Man, I need to read ahead more. Because it turns out they have a reach of 10 feet. So now they're within 10 feet of you.
Yay!
So each of these vine creatures is going to take a swing at you.
I would like to use one of my reactions. Now that I've been beat up enough, I realize that I'm not the king of the world.
Okay.
So I think I'm woke up enough to react and cast shield.
So first attack is definitely going to miss. Second vine creature is going to reach out and also definitely going to miss. You wasted your shield. They rolled a 4 and a 5.
Yeah. Did they have advantage though?
No. They probably will next turn if you stay there and are completely surrounded. Okay, back to the initiative order. Next is Oriana.
Okay, so is he's surrounded on both sides, one side from sticks and one side from vines?
Think of it like the sticks are like his left and right, and then the 2 vines are in front of him. There's nothing between you and Heki.
Okay. How far away is he from me?
Probably 20 feet.
Okay, I want to use my movement to walk up, and then I want to cast Arms of Hadar, and to get all of them in a circle. It's a 10-foot radius, but I want to not include Heki in that radius.
Okay, well, since
obviously.
he's between 2 of those things, you will have to include him if you're going to get all of them. Otherwise, I'd say you could pick 2 of them.
2 of them, like 2 sticks and 2 vines, or...
Either a stick and a vine, or the other stick and a vine, or the 2 vines.
Yeah, go for both vines. I can stomp these sticks out. Don't worry.
Okay, then I'll go for the vines.
Okay, so you're going to have to move past the twig things. They've already used their reaction this turn, though, so they can't take an attack of opportunity. But you're basically going to have to walk into range of the vine things, and you just saw them strike at 10 feet. So it's a 10-foot radius. So are you going to walk up to within melee range of them?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so you walk past the twig creatures who are currently occupied so they don't strike at you. The vine creatures are within 10 feet of Heki, so you'll have to go off to the side a bit.
That's fine.
Strength saving throw. First one is... What is your DC?
Well, tell me the number and I'll tell you if you save.
That's not how this works.
It's a 14.
Okay, the first one just didn't make it. The second one makes it.
Alright, so it's 3d6 for the damage, and the one that didn't make the strength save can't make
reactions.
A reaction, yeah. So 13 for the one that didn't make it, and then half that for the one that did make it.
13?
Yeah.
And then half of that would be 7, or we're rounding down, I guess, so 6. Alright, anything else?
Nope, because I don't have a bonus action.
Alright, next is the other twig figure next to Heki.
Come at me, bro.
It's gonna attack you again, because it doesn't see a reason not to.
It comes at you, bro.
That is a 1 and a 7.
Yeah. I'm glad I got that shield up.
So it misses. Next in the order is Chrome. So you're within 30 feet of everybody, I would say.
I'm a full tank. I'm gonna call upon the power of the Great Guardian to watch over me as I cast Shield of Faith on myself, and then I'm going to run up to one of the two twig things flanking Heki and strike it with my axe.
Okay.
How tall are these twig things?
They're about your height. They're small.
Okay.
So this Goliath runs up to these three small creatures and decides to just chop at one of them.
All right, and that is a nat 20.
Whoa.
Okay.
That is
Just explodes.
You know what axes do? They split wood.
5 doubled plus 3, so that's 13.
Oh, that had nothing on my 30s earlier, or 17s. Jeez, pick up the slack, guys.
The twiggy creature on Heki's left explodes into a shower of sticks.
Oh, there we go.
Is that your turn?
That is my full turn.
We're back up. Oh, how much damage have you taken, Heki?
I have 16 health points.
16 remaining?
Yeah.
Okay, it's your turn again.
So that hurt. I'm gonna cast the vines over there. Have they been hit yet? I don't remember.
I hit them for damage.
Okay. Then I cast sleep at level 2 on the vines.
Okay.
Spell conservation, y'all.
I go big. I don't mess around.
So that's 5d8?
Yeah, 5d8. So that's my second spell slot. Here goes 4d8. Ugh. 10, 14, one more d8. 2, so 16.
16 total?
Yeah.
Okay. The Vine Blight nearest Oriana falls asleep.
Is that the one that can't move on reactions, or is it the one that can?
It's the one that failed its saving throw. It's the sleep spell targets whatever's lowest health first. So that was the one that failed to save and took more damage.
Convenient.
Do I need to roll Wild Surge or anything?
Yes, that was a leveled spell. So roll a d20.
Okay. That's a 5.
Okay. Move on with your life.
And then, as a bonus action, I'd like to, swat at... I know I can't hit, but swat at the sack of sticks next to me.
Okay. He's like, shoot!
Go away.
Yeah! Alright. Next is... would have been the sleeping thing.
You're welcome, everybody.
So instead, it is the other Vine Blight, who is now within 10 feet of Heki and Oriana. It now sees Oriana as the bigger threat, so it is going to... Now that all of you are in range, it is going to cast a spell.
Ooh.
What?
Vines don't have brains. They can't cast spells.
That's only intelligence-based magic.
You see it kind of plant its feet and put its hands together and go into a little gesture, and then suddenly grasping roots and vines sprout out in a 15-foot radius centered on it. Now that that area is difficult terrain, and each of you must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw.
Ooh, strength, that's -1. But a nat 20!
Also a nat 20.
What the fuck, guys?
That's a -1, so I got a 7.
Okay, so Oriana...
So I got a 20!
Oriana is restrained by these grasping roots and vines. Heki and Chrome manage to evade it or just break free
tear out of it.
altogether. Yeah.
Brute force.
Do reactions only work if you take damage, or can you just do it at any point during your round?
I think the Hellish Rebuke requires you to take damage.
I thought it might.
So, remind me what difficult terrain does?
It halves your movement speed in that area.
Okay.
So, that was its action. So, I think at the end of its turn, it gets to roll to recharge that, right?
If it has a recharge ability, yeah.
Okay. It does not. So, next is Oriana, who's totally useless now that she can't move.
Do I know enough that if I am touching these vines, that I know it will do damage to the vine that cast it?
Roll an Arcana check.
17 plus 5.
From your understanding, the spell is even though it's centered and kind of sprouting from the thing, it's not like it's reaching out with its own body. These are magical vines that are constricting you, so it is not really a... You would guess that it wouldn't affect it.
Then I will cast Eldritch Blast at the vine that entrapped me. So I have disadvantage.
Yep. Disadvantage on all attack rolls.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
Womp womp. So I do nothing.
While you're struggling to get your arms up to cast the spell, you kind of lose your balance and fall prone.
No! Fine, whatever. I'm cursing harshly, a lot, loudly, at everything around me. I'm very upset.
Fuck, ass, dick, motherfucker.
Okay. Now we're back to the other twig creature. So it is going to... Let me see. Chrome, are you on the side of Heki that twig creature was that you...
I basically, stepped into its space as I cleaved through it.
Okay, so you're farther away from it, so it's gonna attack Heki again.
Oh yeah, that's alright.
It does not have advantage anymore because it's no longer flanking. And that was a 19 plus.
Alright, that hits.
So that is... 5 piercing damage.
Ow!
Next is Chrome.
Alright, can I get to the one that's making the vines?
You're 10 feet from it through difficult terrain, so it would cost you 20 feet of movement.
Alright, I'm heading straight for it. And as I run up... Ah, crap, that's also concentration. No, so I'm just gonna swing at it with my axe. Nope! That's a 1. That's a nat 1.
Aw. What a weird day of rolls. It's like 20s and 1s.
As you get up to the creature, you also trip on a vine and fall prone.
I got this, guys.
And with that, we are back to the top of the order with Heki.
Alright. I cast Firebolt on the twigs next to me.
So would that be a disadvantage because it's at close range?
Oh, yeah. I'm still going for it.
Okay.
Alright.
So, with disadvantage... Oh, I got a 20 and a 4.
Oh. You suddenly realize how damn hard it is to hit things your size.
They're so tiny.
Ah!
Is that your whole turn?
Well, it's a 4 plus 5, if that changes anything.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's my whole turn, besides, cursing.
Good round, guys.
Alright. That brings us back to the Vine Blight that is currently sitting next to 2 prone people. So it is going to attack... I think it's going to attack Chrome because he's closer.
And I did just make a big rush towards it.
That is a 23 to hit.
God damn it. That does hit.
Alright.
Even with my goddamn Shield of Faith.
Yeah, if it rolled a 19 and a 4, so if it weren't for you being prone, that is 5 bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to Stone's Endurance. Reduce it by 8.
Okay, so it does no damage, but it still hits, so I think you still are grappled. So that is... Oh, and then that's the end of its turn, so it will see if it gets to recharge, and it does. That's a 6. So that was Vine Blight. Now we are back to Oriana, who is currently prone and restrained. Oh, wait, if you're restrained and prone, you can't get up, can you? Because you have 0 movement.
No.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. That sucks.
Well, I mean, I can still cast things, right?
Yeah. You have disadvantage. You'd have disadvantage anyway from being restrained, but you have disadvantage from being prone.
So I want to, wiggle around and try to cast Eldritch Blast again.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. 13 plus 6 to hit.
That will hit. That's with the
Good.
disadvantage?
Good. Yeah, the other one was at 18.
Okay.
And so it's a 1d10. And that's a 2. Haha! 2 force damage. Suck it, Trebek. And that's my turn.
We are very efficient at this.
Yes, we are.
Now we're back to the twig creature. who once again is going to attack Hecky.
Bet you didn't think this fight was gonna last this long.
That is a 21 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Alright. That is 4 piercing damage.
Okay. So I have 5 hit points. No, 7 hit points.
That was Twig Creature's turn, which brings us back to Chrome, who is currently prone and grappled. So if you would like to try to do anything, you can make a strength save.
It's an athletics to break a grapple, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, I'm going to try to break this grapple. It'll take my whole thing, but I'm going to break it. That is a non-nat 20.
That breaks it.
And I will stand up.
Alright. You do still have 15 feet of movement if you wanted to move somewhere, but that was your action.
Yeah, so I'll just stand there yelling at the stupid plant.
Cursing it with halitosis.
Alright.
Brush your teeth.
He's just been eating candy and gum.
That brings us back to the top of the round with Hecky.
But it's like winter fresh gums, so...
Is it? It's from whale blubber. I don't feel like that's wintry or fresh.
Whatever, it's delicious. Okay, well, I'm gonna die here.
I can't believe this one little twig thing has done this much damage.
I am going to back away from it.
Okay, it will...
Good call.
It will take its attack of opportunity on you. Oh my god, that's a 21 to hit. So you take 3 more piercing damage.
Okay. So I'm at 4.
Have you burned all your spell slots by this point, too?
I have like 3 level 1 spell slots left. And 1 sorcery point. So, I'm good. Don't worry. I don't know how I'm gonna heal, but I'm gonna... Now, am I backed up? Like, after taking that damage?
Yes, you're away from it.
Okay, firebolt its ass.
Okay.
And 13 plus 5, 18 to hit.
That'll do it.
That's right, it will. Okay.
Remember how cocky you were at the beginning of this fight?
8.
This bolt of fire hits this twig thing, and it's even more dramatic than you thought it was going to be, as it takes 16 points of damage out of its total of 4.
It had 4 damage this whole time?
It had 4 health, and it was sitting at full health until then.
But I'm back to cocky after this thing goes down.
For the 3rd time this fight, there's a pile of ash due to Hecky. That was your turn, and Firebolt is a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are back to the vine thing, and it is going to strike out once again at Chrome, because it is the closest. It does not get advantage this time. That is an 18 plus 4, 22.
God damn it, that's just a little bit over enough.
Alright.
Damn, you're buff.
And it is going to
Well, I have a 19 and then I buffed it by another 2. Although now that 2's gone because my con save was 5. So I dropped Shield of Faith.
That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are grappled
take it
again.
like a bitch. God damn it.
But you are no longer prone, so there's that.
This piece of crap.
Chrome is getting so visibly frustrated. He's just like,
I'm about to go big. I'm about to go ham.
Alright, that brings us back to Oriana, who is still restrained.
Still on the ground.
And you can, just in case you weren't aware, you can use your action to try to break the restraint.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try to break it since I did a whole 2 damage.
Okay.
So I don't have disadvantage.
No, just roll.
But it's just straight strength.
Strength save.
10.
This doesn't quite do it. You still have bonus
That's
action.
the noise I'm making. No, I fucking don't! You motherfucker! How dare you bring up bonus actions to me?
You have bonus action spells.
No, I don't.
You don't have any bonus
She
action
didn't take
spells?
Hex.
No!
She didn't take Hex.
I didn't. Whenever I created my character, I did not know that I had to take a bonus action specific spell because it doesn't make any sense that I can't cast any of my cantrips as bonus actions. So I'm like struggling on the ground, not hitting anything. Just...
Alright. Then that brings us to Chrome, who is currently grappled.
I'm grappled, but I'm standing. And I'm standing within range of the viney thing.
How close did you get to it? No, yeah, you ran right up to it, to your range. It's just that you tripped there. So yeah, you're in range.
Alright. I am going to bonus action cast Thunderous Smite upon my axe. And then I am going to bring it down.
Alright, you have, grappled is, yeah, you have disadvantage on it.
Disadvantage while I'm grappled?
It says until this grapple ends, the target is restrained. And, yeah.
Well, I can't imagine it'll be much worse than what I did roll. So that is a 11.
Oh man, that just misses.
But I still have Thunder Smite lasts until my concentration breaks.
Okay.
Or until it goes off.
So you see kind of crackling electric energy around the axe as you swing and miss, but the electricity's still there.
Piece of shit. This thing's gonna get it so goddamn hard.
Don't forget, there's one asleep, too, on the ground.
Yeah, this isn't even the last one. This is just the last one standing right now.
Sleep lasts 1 minute. Duration 1 minute. So that's what, 10 rounds? So we're not there yet, but eventually
we're
you
getting
guys
there.
keep doing this.
We're getting close.
Alright, so back up to the top of the realm with Heki.
Okay. I am, incredibly frustrated. So I look at this thing, put my hands up, and scream as I cast Chromatic Orb at level 1.
With what damage type?
It was gonna be fire, but it doesn't really matter because I got 4 plus 5, so a 9. I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos though.
Let me check if you can use that after you've already made the roll.
Oh, it's an advantage. I was using that kind of like luck.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to use it
Yeah.
after the roll.
Okay.
But you did cast a first level spell, so roll a d20.
Okay. 12.
Okay. So that ends your turn, yes?
Yeah. Well, as a bonus action, I am going to... Wait a minute. As a bonus action, I'm going to burn one more level 1 spell slot and turn it into a sorcery point. Because fuck conservation.
Alright, that brings us back to the vine creature, who is currently grappling, so he cannot attack another target, but he does still have his spell recharged, so, since that's really the only thing it can do, it is going to...
Well, I mean, he can attack the target that he's grappling, right? He just can't attack an additional target.
Oh, maybe. It says until this grapple ends, the target is restrained, and it can't constrict another target. Constrict is the attack. So another target. So I guess it can constrict Chrome, and it would currently have advantage on it.
Sorry, Pete.
So that is, with advantage, a 19.
That just gets me.
Because you just dropped your Shield of Faith. Holy shit. You may have balanced your NPCs, but you didn't account for the shitty roll.
Is that a concentration loss?
Yes!
That is 8 damage. 8 bludgeoning damage.
God damn.
How many do you have left?
12.
We're gonna die.
To trees!
Episode 2, we're all killed by twig blights.
The end. Hope you enjoyed.
The moral of the story is never trust drunk, horny people.
So now we are back to Oriana.
I was so close to breaking it last time. But even if I break it, I can't do any damage, right?
It would be your action to break it, so without a bonus action spell, yeah.
Yeah, so fuck it. I'll cast Eldritch Blast at it with disadvantage again. That's a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And then the damage is 6.
Alright.
Does it look dangly, droopy, in any kind of way?
It looks pretty hurt. It's hanging on, but it looks pretty hurt. It looks about as hurt as the sleeping one. Now we're to Chrome, who, unfortunately, his axe head is no longer crackling with electricity.
Oh, baby. I, with disadvantage, am going to try to hack this thing. That is a 9 plus 5, 14.
That will hit.
And I am going to Divine Smite!
Fucking trees!
Fuck nature! God damn, why does my roll suck? So that is 7 slashing and 6 radiant.
Nice, finally.
7 slashing and 6 radiant for a total of 13.
Come on.
13, a whopping 13. And that's
Which
all my
was-
goddamn magic.
One more than you needed.
Oh!
So once it dies, am I like hulking out of the vines that are keeping me on the ground?
At this point, the vine creature is cleft in twain as a brilliant, radiant light shines through where the axe head went. Oriana, meanwhile, has her eyes squeezed shut as she's still thrashing around on the ground, and then it takes a second before you look and realize that the vines have all stopped moving. There's no longer any tension in them holding you.
Yeah, that's right. Get off me, motherfucker. I stuck my dick.
And at this point, Heki... Okay. Give me a perception check, Heki.
Okay. That's 7.
Okay. You don't notice anything at first, and then Elatus the satyr walks past you holding his bottle of booze.
Oh, son of a bitch!
And he walks up to the sleeping vine creature on the ground that is the last thing there, and he is going to make a attack
No, wait, stop!
with advantage.
I want to tackle him.
Well, he rolled a nat 20. And that is 9 damage. So the vine creature on the ground wakes up and is looking very hurt. Chrome, since it was your turn last, we're just going to keep this initiative for now and say that it is now Heki's turn.
Alright.
Okay.
This thing is looking very ragged.
Alright, I'm going to use Tides of Chaos, and I am going to cast Firebolt at it.
Alright, advantage?
Advantage, but with disadvantage because it was prone. Ranged attacks against prone creatures are disadvantaged. So neutral.
Okay.
A neutral roll.
So one die. 8 plus 5.
That'll hit.
Oh, thank God. Okay, that's a D10. 8.
As for the 4th time in this fight, there is now a pile of ash on the ground.
I said I'd handle it.
I imagine your hand out and you're like bent over. You have like blood dripping down your eye or something like, I got this, guys. With your whole four hit points.
Alright, combat over.
I just want to say I didn't take any damage, so I'm awesome.
You also didn't do any damage.
I'm gonna heal Heki for 5 and myself for 5.
Oh, thank you.
Using lay on hands.
That'll give me 5 left in the tank.
Okay. You use your lay on hands ability to restore health for yourself and Heki. And then Elatus takes another swig of his bottle of booze, and then he walks up to the tree to take a look. What do you do?
I'm guessing he's walking up to the girly tree.
Yes.
That we're there for.
Yeah.
The lady tree.
So I walk up too, and I'm like, okay, we're here. We beat the things. What do we got to do now?
You see, as you walk up to it, it's a pretty big tree, and there's kind of a little alcove under the roots. And you see, in that alcove, a medium humanoid female form, sort of clothed, like scantily clothed in leaves, and it's extra scanty right now because the leaves are pretty wilted, as her skin is kind of dried and cracked and turning a darker color. It's kind of like a really dark green color, and she's just lying on the ground, unconscious.
Can I make a medicine check to see if lay on hands might work?
Yeah, I guess that would be medicine and not arcana. I say either or, whichever one you're good at.
22.
Okay. Oriana probably kind of explained whenever she was whenever y'all first were talking to the satyr about dryad and tree, since y'all got into the little argument about whether they are trees or are bonded to trees. Either way, you get the sense that her life force is connected to this tree, and what's affecting one is going to affect the other.
So is the tree diseased, or is she diseased? Or are they both diseased, but can I cure one and not the other, or will I cure both?
I assume you're saying this out loud.
Yes.
Alana says, well, it started with the tree. I remember she was really worried about the tree. It started to wilt and die, and then it started affecting her. At first it wasn't. I don't know what happened.
Well, good luck. I'm not an arborist. Bye.
Arborist. So you said that she's basically like in a hole?
Like in a nook between the roots.
Yeah.
Can I like touch her?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to reach in and just like shake her and see if that wakes her up or something.
Okay. You reach in, you shake her. It does not wake her up. She's not like a dead corpse, but shaking her does not wake her up.
Slap her.
Oh, can I tell that she's unconscious, like the way that a player would be if they went down to 0 hit points?
I mean, she is unconscious, and shaking her did not wake her up.
So can I cast Spare the Dying?
You can.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
What's this?
You reach down, touch her shoulder, cast the thing.
You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. That creature becomes stable. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
So, technically stable does not mean conscious, it just means not rolling death saves. So you touch her, and she does seem to stir a little bit, not completely conscious, but something.
Okay, all my magic is take life out of things, so that's all I can do.
What did you do? Did you just do something? It seemed like magic happened. What'd you do?
I stabilized her. Ish, I think. I'm pretty sure. I think I helped.
Elatus drops to his little goat knees beside her and starts shaking her. And he's being very dramatic about it, but basically as soon as he starts shaking her, her eyes open. Now that she's been stabilized and shook awake. And she's still not doing great, but she's conscious now. She says, Elatus? What are you doing here? Who are these people?
We're trying to save your life, but we don't know what's going on, so if you could tell us, that'd be great, because your drunk friend here is a little too inebriated to be articulate.
Yeah, that's Elatus. Something evil has taken hold of the tree. I don't know what it was, but I have a feeling I know where it came from. But I don't know how I can help. It would have to be some sort of holy magic to cure the tree.
Well, try this. And I give her a piece of candy.
It's not like we have a paladin with us.
I've seen candy do pretty amazing things.
I'm going to lay on tree. And I am going to spend the last 5 points to try to cure disease.
You reach out and you touch the tree with your holy powers, and you probably mumble a prayer to Helm or something. And then a minute passes.
Great guardian, restore this tree.
And then the clouds part and a beam of sunlight comes down.
Yay!
And then the tree, you see it, it starts to get better. And the leaves perk up. And the darkness fades. And then the ground, that all the stuff that had spread out, stops. And retracts back in and disappears. And it's amazing.
Huzzah! I am an arborist.
You said you could point us in the direction that the bad stuff was coming from?
Well, first of all, thank you. I feel so much better now.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now...
Do you have a token?
Alanis is like, Aglaya! And he like jumps and hugs her and is rubbing his face into her while he's hugging her. He's just so glad for her to be back, and she's like kind of trying to pry him off of her.
I imagine he's just the snottiest.
Liquids pouring from every orifice in his face.
You know, goats don't have control over their bowel movements either, so...
Little factoid for you.
Aglaya says, I suspect it was the witch who lives in the swamp. All sorts of foul magics surround her. She lives in a hut not too awful far from here. I try to avoid her as much as I can.
Was she only drawing power from your tree?
It didn't seem like power was being drawn from me as much as some sort of evil seed was planted.
But your tree was the only one affected.
My tree is the only dryad tree around. It's special. It's got a little bit more power than other trees. And I don't know if that made it more susceptible to her power or if it made it a bigger target for her. But this is all just my suspicion.
A plague mage.
Oh yeah, I need to work on my voice. So, would y'all hate me if I was like super hick, like Texas hick, or if I talked like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory?
Can you talk like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to listen and then practice, and then I'll give y'all.
What kind of accent you are
snippet.
wanting? Are you wanting Russian accent or are you wanting a nerdy accent?
No, because I think, like, with Russian, that you're, like, you have that clipped kind of speech, and Chrome kind of already does that a little bit.
Well,
So I
Chrome
didn't
is
want to,
Rusk.
take your thunder.
Yeah, I would also like to work on a voice, but, I don't know. I'm having trouble finding Hecky. I'm not channeling him quite as much as I've channeled.
Sounds like you need to try Pete's method acting.
I literally was walking my dog earlier voicing, like, the idea of I have an NPC that I'm running with somebody else, and he's a bugbear swamp druid.
Nice.
His name's Willie. He's a crazy moonshiner who has an 8-ball for his fake eye.
I love that you're just walking outside using this voice while you're walking the dog, and like your random neighbors are, what the hell's wrong with this dude?
What was that accent that that we were talking about, Cole? And I was like, this doesn't even sound real. Like Croatian? That's not right.
Cajun?
Creole?
Yeah,
Cajun?
no, it's in Louisiana.
Cajun.
Creole.
Cajun or Creole. Every
Yeah. Every
No.
time I think of like a swamp, that's like what I think of. But I think you should, Adam. Your voice should be Dee Dee, and then I'll be Dexter, and it'll be fine.
Maybe.
I can see Hecky going, button, who's got the button?
work on them. I gotta find it, but don't be surprised if I start trying to voice soon.
We'll just workshop it in the episode. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
it's okay.
Probably something that should have happened in session 0, but you know.
No,
Eh.
not really. That's stupid.